Hi, I'm Alexa Batrick, and this is my reading response for week 2 on The Universe Next Door. The responses that, between what I read and the responses that I gave, what really stood out to me this week was the concept of the goodness of God. And that got me thinking about how there's so much in the world that's obviously not good happening right now. Um, and sometimes it's really hard to see the good. And yet, when you think about a Christian approach, and different scriptures and homilies, when you're in church hearing those words, it's refreshing to remember that the goodness isn't always loud, but when you're looking for it, it's there. Um, and on the flip side, there's a lot of evil, a lot of darkness, a lot of hatred, a lot of animosity right now. And that's very much in your face. It's almost like gratitude. Because when you're grateful for something, you start to see the glimmers. When you're complaining about something, you see the hardships. And so I really like that concept that God is light. God is a consistent source of light in the darkness. Love prevails. Um, we as God's, we who consider ourselves to be followers of Christ and involved in the church to whatever degree, we are the ones that's keeping that light and that love as a source of connection through hard times. And let's see here. I guess I kind of, as I was reading through the first, or through chapter 2, that really stood out to me first. And then when I was reading towards the end of chapter 3, as it talks about how then our natural disasters evil, earthquakes, hurricanes, pain, suffering, and yet God is still a constant. You can still find good because when there are natural disasters, people rally, people help. There's somebody there to provide water, to provide food, um, to provide a sense of the world is constantly changing. There will be good again. And I really like this homeostasis approach to goodness is the foundation. We can always come back to that. Um, and I think in one of the responses that I made, I mentioned that through all the hardships that I see, that I'm struggling with, that my children see, that my children are asking questions about, it's really important to also say to them, yes, there's this fight, but do you see the people that are coming together that are being attacked? Do you see, you know, this group of people are being called out, and yet they're having, um, they have something to say, and they're not afraid to say it. They're being called out, and they're showing up with love for one another, um, and I think the takeaway for me is that yes, God is good. Yes, there are others that are not good, but if we stick to that foundational goodness, then we can come home to